Wayne would like to know, how difficult was Dynamite Kid to work with? Was he as bad a bully as he's made out to be, or are those stories exaggerated?
I think it depended on what Dynamite you're dealing with, but I I don't think he was a bully unless he didn't like you in the ring. You know, Dynamite, when he first came in for Stampede, he was so innovative, such a hard worker. He worked his ass off in the ring, and I don't think he would be a bully with. I don't think he was ever a bully with guys unless they didn't want to sell, they didn't want to work with him, or if it was someone who's totally green that probably shouldn't have been in the ring with him. You know, and they weren't cooperating or following Dynamite's lead. So he had a short temper for sure. Um, so I remember one time he worked with some black fellow named Charles Buffon who came from Antigua. Charles had a great body, like one of the best physiques in wrestling, but he was clueless in the ring. He just had no idea how to wrestle at all. And unfortunately, Dynamite had to work with him one time in Calgary. And it wasn't even like he was the intended opponent for Dynamite. I think somebody else hadn't shown up, and Dynamite's opponent didn't show up. So Dynamite had to work with Charles, and uh, it didn't go very well. Dynamite, he just found Charles very stiff and awkward and unrelaxed in the ring, and Tom didn't have much time or patience for that. And I think about 2 minutes into the match, he knocked Charles down and then hauled off and kicked him right in the side of the face and broke his jaw. So yeah, he could take liberties with you, but usually, it was a situation where you didn't sell or cooperate with him, or if you didn't want to sell for Dynamite because he was a smaller guy and he was tough and feisty, and I always admired his work ethic. Though he worked his ass off in the ring and did whatever he could to get his opponent over and himself. And in that sense, he was just a very hard working promoter that wanted to make money, and but he also instilled fear and intimidation in some of the other guys, some of the lazier boys from the South, from the States, who didn't have the work ethic with Tom. So when they worked with Tom, they knew they better keep up with him and put out, otherwise he wouldn't give them anything, and rightfully so. So, but I don't know. I know he pulled a lot of ribs and pranks. I don't know if that's bullying so much. I think it was more taking advantage of people and having a laugh at other people's expenses. And he did that with different wrestlers, different fans or marks that got too close to him. So I think you'll read about Dynamite a lot in the new book that's coming out by Stephen Bell on the life of the British Bulldogs. And I think he gives you a lot of insight about Dynamite's personality and behavior. But for the most part, when he worked with Stampede, he was just an incredible performer who revolutionized the business, made us a lot of money, and definitely advanced the work pace and style for the territory. And when he worked hard and set that standard, everybody else had to work hard just to try and keep half pace with him. That's just how great a performer he was. And there's no way that I could outperform him or look better than him. So, but just an incredible performer though, and we should never forget how much he contributed to the industry, whether it was here or it's Japan or Britain or the WWF. Just a phenomenal, one of a kind athlete.